Have you ever wondered why bridges fail? Have you ever wondered why a house can stand on its own? Welcome to structural analysis. All right, this is a full course of structural analysis. We are going to be looking at the introductory part for now, but as we progress in this course, we are going to be looking at the full course structural analysis 1 and structural analysis 2. What then is structural analysis? Structural analysis is the prediction of the performance of a given structure under some prescribed load. This load could be the support movement, and it could be what? Temperature changes. All right. So by definition, I said structural analysis now, structural analysis is the prediction of the performance of a given structure under some prescribed load. Like I said, these loads could be this prediction could be as a result of the support movement or what? Temperature changes. Now, there are some key things a structural engineer has to note when designing structures. Some of them are stress. We have our axial force, we have the shear force, we have bending moment, and we have what? Deflection. These are key things the structural engineer will check for when designing structures. All right. Now, away from that, all right, away from that, what are the rules of structural analysis in engineering projects? We are going to be looking at some rules of structural analysis in engineering projects before we proceed. All right. So we say rules in engineering projects. All right. Rules of structural engineering in structural analysis rather in engineering projects. One of them is what? Is the planning phase. All right. This is the phase where the structural engineer we have to plan the foundation. We have to plan the materials, the foundation, and everything that it will take to what? To raise the building. This also brings us to what? The basic element of what? Of structural analysis, where we have the material here. This is the part where the structural analysis we have to pick the materials carefully. All right. So number one, like I said, is the planning phase. All right. We have the planning phase. This is the first rule of structural analysis in engineering projects. All right. Now, secondly, we have the preliminary structural design. The structural engineer is expected to design the structural phase of whatever structure he's trying to put in place. All right. This will enable him to what? To get a clear roadmap on how the building or the structure is going to go into. All right. So we have the preliminary structural design. This is the second rule of structural analysis in engineering project. All right. So number two, we have preliminary structural design. We have preliminary structural design. All right. Now, thirdly, we have estimation of loads. Now, this stage is very crucial because this is where the loads that the structure will be able to carry will be determined. All right. If we have a building that is supposed to carry a total number of 2,000 people, and the structural engineer designed a building that will be able to carry a total number of, let's say, 1,800 people, of course, you will agree with me that over time that building will fail. Why? Because the estimation of load was not correct. All right. So this stage is a very crucial stage because the structural engineer has to predict. This is where we bring in the knowledge of factor of safety and what have you. All right. So the third role of structural analysis in engineering projects is nothing but what? Estimation of loads. We also have loads here, which also form one of the basis of what? Of structural analysis. All right. So we have three: estimation of load, now the fourth one is nothing but what? Safety and serviceability checks. All right. Safety and serviceability check. Now, unlike an architect, a structural engineer we have to check for each of the structural members. Structural members like columns, structural members like beams. He has to ensure that each and every one of them are in place where they will not fail. All right. So a structural engineer, one of the roles of structural analysis in engineering project is to what? Is to check for safety and what? And serviceability. All right, because over time, maintenance has to be done on whatever structure you create. So you have to enable a means for maintenance. All right, you design your structure in such a way that maintenance can be carried out upon if need be. All right, so the fourth role of structural analysis in engineering project is nothing but safety and serviceability checks. All right, so we have number 4, safety and serviceability checks. Now on number 5 we have revised structural design. Now, after going through all these stages, the structural engineer is expected to what? To revise the design in case of any errors that may have occurred. All right. So this is the last role of structural analysis in engineering projects. It is called revised structural design. All right. So we have revised structural design. Now, this of course, we have been able to know what structural analysis is. We have been able to outline the roles of structural analysis in engineering projects. Now, I'm going to be giving you some very key keys that a structural engineer take note of while designing a structure. These keys are very important. All right, they also form a part of structural analysis. Most of them, we have done them in our previous lessons. Keys like stress, we have considered them in our previous lesson. Keys like shear force and bending moment, you can go to our playlist. We have a full course on shear force and bending moment. Keys like deflection, we did that earlier, where we considered different methods of finding deflection. We considered double integration, Macaulay's moment area, and what have you. So these keys are very important, and we have treated them earlier in our previous lessons. I'm going to be outlining those keys here for you just now. So let's do that. All right. So the keys are that a structural engineer always notes when designing structures are as follows. The first key is nothing but what? Stress. Now, of course, even in our basic strength of materials, we have considered stress. Stress is nothing but what? Force over area, right? We have considered stress, and we have looked at many examples related to stress. So do well to go back to our playlist and help yourself with any of those videos. Secondly, we have what? Axial force. This also has been considered in our previous lessons. All right, you can go over you go back to our lessons for that. Then thirdly, we have what? Shear force. All right. Now, shear force forms a very big part of strength of materials. All right, and it's a very key topic for civil engineering students, structural engineering students, and also mechanical engineering students. So we have done lessons on shear force. We have a complete course on shear force. You can go over to our playlist and watch that. But these are just the keys that a structural engineer notes when designing structure. Now, we also have, last but not the least, is bending moment. And lastly, we also have deflection. And lastly, we have support reactions. Now, bending moment goes hand in hand with shear force. Of course, we know that shear bend moment is nothing but force times perpendicular distance. So bending moment goes hand in hand with shear force. These courses have been dealt with in our playlist. The videos are there for you to watch. We also have deflection. Previously we have considered deflection and slope. Yes, slope and deflection of different structures, cantilever, simply supported beam, where we have to deal with different cases. All right, we dealt with double integration method, we dealt with Macaulay's method, moment area method, and a whole lot of them. All right, so you can go back to our playlist and get a complete course on deflection. And lastly, we have what the support reactions. Of course, every for every support, there will be a reaction. So we have also dealt with all of that. But for the purpose of introduction of structural analysis, we are of course going to be considering load, reaction, equilibrium, materials, and what and internal forces. But take note of these keys; they are very important. These are the keys that a structural engineer always check for when designing any structure at all. Now, on our basic elements of structural analysis, we will be first looking at loads. All right, we'll be looking at loads first before we go over to reaction, then equilibrium, materials, and internal forces. But then when we talk about forces, we have two basic types of forces. All right, we have two basic types of forces. We have the external and we have the internal force. Because for the purpose of this course, we are going to be looking at different type of structures that will be subjected to different type of forces. All right, so these forces are mainly divided into two parts. We have the external force and we have the internal force. What then is the external force? The external force, of course, are the actions of other bodies on the structure. That means the force is not from the structure, is from the surrounding of the structure. All right, now this external force is classified into two parts. First, I'm going to write the definition of external force even as we proceed. So, like I said, external force are the actions of other bodies these are the actions of other bodies on the structure under consideration. On the structure under consideration. Now, external force is further classified into two forces. We have the applied force and we have the reaction force. All right. The applied force are usually referred to as loads that have a tendency to move the structure. All right. Loads that have the tendency to move the structure are referred to as what? Applied force. Now, these applied force are mostly also external. All right, they are both external. Applied force and reactive force are external forces. All right, because the reaction, which is the support rather, is not part of the structure. All right, the support is not part of the structure, but an applied force for an applied force, it has the tendency to move the structure. All right, but for a reaction force, now this is the second classification of an external force. Don't forget I told you we have two: applied force and reaction force. Now this reaction force are the forces exerted by the support on the structure, and they have the tendency to what? To prevent the motion and to keep this structure in equilibrium. All right, now take for instance, we have a beam here. All right, this is a support here. All right, and let's assume we have a load. Let's assume we have a load. Now, the load acting on this structure, we can cause this structure to move. Yes, of course, we have talked about deflection. It can cause the structure to what? To deflect. You're right. We have talked about deflection. So this is what we refer to as what? This is what we refer to as external force. This is an external force. The reaction here is also an external force, but the both of them are different because this force here will be due to what? Reaction. All right, it is trying to prevent what? Movement of what? Of the beam, and to keep the beam in what? In equilibrium. But this force here is what? Is trying to what? Cause a motion on the beam. So this is an applied force, which is one of the classification of an external force, and this here is a reaction force, which is one of the classification of an external force also. So now, like I said, external force is classified into two. The first is what? Is applied force. First is an applied force. An applied force, like I said, I usually refer to as loads. that have a tendency to move the structure. All right, that have a tendency to move the structure. So this is the definition. Kindly take note of all of this. These are key points even as you progress in structural analysis. Now, the second classification of an external force is what? Is reaction force. All right, is reaction force. Now, what is a reaction force? They are forces exerted by the support on the structure that have a tendency to what? To prevent motion and keep that structure in equilibrium. All right? These are forces that have the tendency to prevent motion. These are the this is our first type of force here. All right, and these are the two classifications. Secondly is the internal force. All right, what then is an internal force? An internal force are the forces and couples exerted on a member or portion of a structure by the rest of the structure. That means that is what causes the internal force is from the structure, not from within. All right, so take note of that. An internal force, I come again, are the forces and couples exerted on what? On a member or a portion of the structure by the rest of what? Of the structure. So we'll put that down. Internal force. So we have been able to in this particular introduction, we have been able to look at the basic element of structural analysis. We have been able to look at what? We have been able to look at the key points a structural engineer will note when designing a structure. We have also been able to look at the roles of structural analysis in engineering projects. And lastly, we have been able to look at the type of force we are going to be considering even as we go even as we progress in this course. So stay tuned for the second introductory class where we're looking at what types of structure, type of reaction, static determinacy, indeterminacy, and instability. All right. So stay glued to your screen. We will be back with more on structural analysis. And also, just to add to this, we have a complete course on structural analysis that is the handwritten material, well structured, well simplified, just for you, both on structural analysis 1, everything including the theoretical aspect and the calculation, and also on structural analysis 2, everything including the theoretical and what the calculation aspect. So do well to send us a DM if you wish to purchase any of our materials. The link to our seller is on all our bios. You can click it and go get your materials. Well structured, well simplified, just for you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment on the comment box. I will be attending to you shortly. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the next one.